confucianics and East Asia demographic crisis. The relentless pursuit of the perfect child is making parenthood feel impossible. What if the true crisis in East Asia isn't that the family are having fewer children, but that society demands every child to be a flawless masterpiece? When an American friend recently asked me, Japan is safe, prosperous, has well-developed child care leave and medical care, kindergartens are free and kids can even take trains by themselves. Unlike America, where parents have to drive them everywhere. So, why don't people have children? I found myself grappling with the paradox that extends far beyond Japan's borders. Across the globe, fertility is declining, but East Asia's plight is especially alarming. Japan's birth rate sits at 1.15, South Korea at 0.05, and Taiwan at 0.87, all among the world's lowest. By comparison, the US sits at 1.62, despite high daycare and travel costs and the lack of the comprehensive social support. This isn't just about money or career ambitions. There's something deeper at work here. What I've come to think of as a perfect children tax. The crushing social and financial border that East Asia's perfectionist culture place on families. To be fair, this is not solely an East Asia characteristic, but it's far more pronounced here than elsewhere. The numbers are staggering when you dig into them. Perhaps in Japan, covered half of the higher education cost in 2024, more than double the OECD's average. In South Korea, private tutoring expenses eat up nearly the same percentage of the gross domestic product that average OECD's countries spend on all higher education combined. I know parents who are by no means rich, who sell out $20,000 per year for cram schools and private lessons for a single child. The high cost of education is just a beginning. Think about the elaborate kita-kita bento box. Many Japanese mothers craft every morning a handmade school bag that must meet practice measurements. The endless PTA demands that essentially judge whether you are a good mother. These aren't choices. They are social obligations that create a suffocating environment where every aspect of parenting gets scrutinized. Dr. Alex Hang-Boon Chin from Singapore has been studying this phenomenon, which he calls confucianics. His research shows how Western guilt cultures stem from the individual conscience, while our Confucian-based same cultures work differently. Social control imposes the same through community judgment. Though oversimplified, this division reflects that when your child performs poorly academically, it's not just their failure. It reflects on your entire family's reputation. The sociological toll is real. A 2023 global survey found that 52% of the Generation Z Japanese, those born between 1997 and 2012, lack confidence in their ability to raise children. When researchers ask why they don't want children, only 70.7% cite money as a main reason. The rest point to reasons other than money. With the lack of confidence in raising children, toppling the list at 52.3%, followed by not liking or being good with the children, 45.9%, and the fear of the losing personal freedom, 36.0%. That tells you everything. According to the Yosemite Hang of the MIT, author of The Raise and Fall the East, how exams, autocracy, stability, and technology brought China's success, and why they might lead to its decline. This obsession with perfection has deep cultural roots in China's ancient imperial examination system, which creates the idea that academic achievement was the only path to social mobility. Today's college entrance exams, China's Gaokao, South Korea's Sanen, Japan's Juken, are the modern version, with countries rarely shutting down during these existential tests. I was reminded of this during the conversation with the Korean parents in Seoul. Their 14-year-old daughter studied until 11 p.m. nightly. We spend more on our education than our mortgage, the father said. When I asked about having another child, the mother laughed hollowly. One is already too much. I know this pressure intimately. Despite being philosophical opposed to crime school culture, ended up enrolling my own child Juku for high school entrance preparation. Why? Simple. There are literally no one I knew who didn't attend crime school. As a parent, I felt irresponsible not doing it. I could never teach my child a competitive level of math or science myself. When everyone else is sprinting, a steady pace feels like neglect. This creates a vicious cycle. Ultra low fertility means parents concentrate all resources on fewer children, often just one, with everything riding on a single child's success. The pressure becomes unbearable. The 2022 globalized study found that the concern about not confidence in raising children outweigh financial worries among Japanese youth. Look around East Asia and you see the casualties everywhere. In Japan, 不登校 school absenteeism reached a record high. 415,252 students are refusing attend school in fiscal 2023, alongside the estimated 1.46 million hikikomori people suffering from the acute social withdrawal. China has its aligned movement. South Korea is a N4 generation given up on dating and marriage. There are collective responses to impossible expectations. Now, here's where things get really concerning. Dr. Chin predicts that the East Area societies will increasingly turn to reproductive technologies to manufacture the perfect children. There will even be reports of Hong Kong parents doping their children with a smart drug such as Ritalin, modafinil, and Adderall to enhance their child academic performance. He notes, looming on the horizon are novel human enhancement technologies that may materialize in the near future. These include brain chip implants, neurostimulation technique with electrical and magnetic field, as well as genetic technologies for producing the designer babies, such as gene editing and progenics embryo selection. All these will come with a hefty price tag. The region's comfort with a technological solution, robotic caregivers, virtual relationship, suggest this transition might happen faster than elsewhere. Indeed, embryo screening and genome analysis is no longer just for Asia's ultra-rich. But here's the kicker. This technological solution could make the demographic crisis even worse. Dr. Chin warns that such cognitive enhancement technologies are anticipated to be very expensive, which could impose a significant financial burden on parents. As a result, many couples who initially planned to have a 2 or more child might opt for just no enhanced child, further exacerbating the demographic crisis in Asia. So what do we do? Breaking this cycle requires rethinking everything. Japan and its neighbors need to abandon winner-take-all entrance exam system. Universities should implement holistic admissions that consider the diverse talent and experiences. Companies need to stop hiring based solely on university prestige, appearance, or gender, focusing instead on job-based rather than membership-based employment. Japan's hiring practice, photo resume, prestige-based selection regardless of academic major and advancement by seniority rather than merit, still fuel parental obsession with getting children into top universities. But most fundamentally, we need to embrace imperfection. Parents need permission to be good enough. Children need space to fail, explore, and find their own path. As Dr. Chin suggests, prospective parents should be nudged into better and more logical reproductive strategy of having many children with a varying ability as a better way to ensure continuation of their family lineage, and that their genes will be passed down to future generations. The greatest risk to East Asia future isn't a shrinking population. It's a relentless pursuit of perfection that's making parenthood feel impossible. Maybe it's time to choose different paths, one where good enough perhaps can raise ordinary children who still lead extraordinary lives in their own unique ways. Thank you very much.